So exponential equations are very important when we're doing logs because many times when we start out with a logarithmic equation and we change it to an exponential equation, we then have to be able to solve the exponential equation. So if you can write the log as an exponent but then can't solve the exponent, you're kind of in trouble. So let's do it. All right, right now, all exponents are is just a repeated number multiplied again and again and again. So we're talking about exponents. What we're talking about are bases. You notice 2 times 2 times 2 literally means base 2 3 times, or 3 2's. So whenever we're doing an exponential problem like this one, we want to find like bases. So we're saying, hey, how can we write 4? What base has 4 and 32 that are similar? The answer is 2. So we're going to rewrite the number 4 as 2 squared, because 2 squared is 4, right? There's the x already out there. And then we're going to rewrite 32 as 2 to the 5th. Again, these bases are not like right now. It looks like they're like because they're both 2, but this is the number 2, and this is really 1/2. They're not the same. So you have to make the like bases the same, and you do that by writing 1 over 2 to the 5th as a base 2 and moving the exponent up. So that means we are going to write 2, and then we can do a power to a power, which means we multiply these two, equals 2 to the negative 5. Now, since this equal sign right here says these two things have to be equal, so if they have to be equal, then that means that 2 to the x must equal negative 5. Now, we're not crossing out the 2's. Never do that. We're just taking this little tiny piece of the equation kind of out by itself and saying those are equal to. That's all we're doing. We're just writing it here to make it bigger. We're going to divide both sides by 2. So x equals negative 5 over 2. That is how you solve for x. And then you can put it back in the equation just to show that we are not actually writing this. We're not actually getting rid of the 2's. So if you notice, if you simplify this, 2 to the negative 5 equals 2 to the negative 5, check. All right, no problem. Now this one is a great problem because, hey, look at this. It's nice that everything right here has a same base. They already have the same base. So now all you have to do, just like in the last problem, is just look at the numerator, look at the exponents and go, okay, if the 6 equals the 6, then 2x must equal 4x minus 5. And then you just solve. Subtract 2x from both sides. I like to do that to keep the x positive. And you add 5 to both sides. And that's going to give you 5 equals 2x. Oh, look at this. The answer is so similar to last time. All right, and x is 5 over 2. Again, you could check that by putting 5 over 2, the number 5 over 2, back into both of these x's and make sure the answers are exactly the same on both sides. And here's another problem. This one's a little more complicated. Now remember, this is the most important thing. What is the parent function? The parent function here is an exponential function. You must keep this parent function together. Keep it together and then get it alone. Okay, you cannot multiply the 10 by this because this is a parent function and you cannot multiply into functions. It's kind of like if you had 2 times x plus 5 squared. You cannot multiply 2 into there. You cannot do that because first you would have to multiply these two things together, right? So this function, this parent function is the square function. Just like this parent function is the exponential parent function. So what you have to do first is you have to get the parent alone. Always get the parents alone. So you're going to divide both sides by negative 10. That gives you 2x plus 6 equals 7. Oh, wow, look at that. Now, how do we solve this? Unfortunately, these are not like bases. If this 7 were an 8, oh, that'd be nice and easy. But it's not. So what you have to do instead is you have to write this exponent as a log. Just like if you wanted to solve this equation, say it was equal to something, you would divide by 2, right? And then you would take the square root to get rid of the square because the square root function and the square function are inverses of each other. Same thing here, the exponential function is inverse of the log. So you take the inverse of this, which means you write it as a log. The log is the exponent, right? And then what's the base? Remember, the base is the same on both of these, right? So log base number is the exponent. Now this, you're going to have to put in your calculator now. So putting this in your calculator, you get the decimal 2.81, we're going to round to the 10th, equals x minus 6, plus 6 and then what you're going to do is you're going to subtract 6 from both sides, and then x should be negative 3.19. Okay, for our last problem we're going to do, this one is a doozy. So this looks kind of crazy at first, but honestly, once you get like bases, it's not that bad. So if we look at 6 and 36, we know the like base there has to be 6, because 6 to the 1 is 6, and 6 squared equals 36. So we're going to use like bases of 6. So we're going to transfer 36. We're going to make that, we're going to substitute 6 squared for 36, because that's what it is. But we have a negative 3x still out here. And on this side, oh yay, we already have 1 6. We're so close. But again, remember, 1 6 is not 6. So this is like a little exponent up here of the 1. Remember, anytime you have something, you can make a little 1 exponent. And then you're going to move that up, making it 6, negative 1, and outside is 3 minus x. So don't forget your exponent rules. Remember, if you have, when you raise a power to a power, you multiply. So that gives you 6 to the negative 6x equals 6 to the negative 3 plus x. Please don't forget to distribute that negative 1 to both of those. Again, since these like bases are the same, we can actually just take the exponents, look at those together, set them equal to each other, and solve. So we're going to move the 6x over here to keep it positive. So we're going to add 6x here. We're going to add the 3 over to keep it positive. And we're going to have 3 equals 7x. And then we're going to divide both sides by 7. And that is going to give us x equals 7 over 3. Again, if you would like to check it, you can always plug that into both of these, and it should give you the exact same answer on both sides.